Let me know, how are you lovely, sexy looking people doing? Oh, it is great to be the littlest channel on the littlest crypto channel on the interweb. And thank God that we didn't decide to think that we could live off a YouTube channel. We make I think we make like less than €1 a day. So thank God that we are making money in investing in, for example, beautiful dots. Otherwise, I can goddamn tell you, Betty, she would never agree to all this. This is for sure. That is for sure. But anyway, let me know how you're doing. And of course, we got lots of things to talk about. But we are adding 2 new dots. And that's actually the most exciting thing about it. So all I got to say is, let the chaos begin, because it is time to concentrate on Polkadot and Kusama. But just remember, my chaos has been nothing but profitable. The future of finance is being built right in front of our eyes, and it's being built on the blockchain. And from my point of view, it's being built on Ethereum, Polkadot, and Kusama. Let's start, and I think it goes a little something like this. I want to welcome you to Crypto Never Sleeps. In case you're new to this channel, you want to stay on top of the crypto world, but then do me a favor, hit like, smash, and subscribe so that you can be notified every time we upload new videos, so that you can, and this is important to me, protect your wealth, preserve your wealth, and ultimately increase your wealth. My name is Nico Arachi, and I am the host of the littlest crypto channel on the interweb. Oh, so just before, no, before. First things first, and as always, we're going to look at the level of market manipulation. When things are going up, when it's going our way, right, we don't feel like, calling it market manipulation anymore. Now, all of a sudden, it's just beautiful. But what we can point out here, we can see here my time, this was 6 in the morning. We can see, boom, all of a sudden, we had increased volume, both when Bitcoin was at 28,100, when we had Ethereum at 1,793, and we are all down a little dot at 6, just hanging around the 6, and Cardano at 37 cents on the dollar, all down a little. But we can see here again, it's funny, right? It is funny. How can it be? Because it cannot be that everybody, all investors at that time, want to buy and then sell, right? I mean, it's almost like it's automated, right? So what that just shows us, it's rigged. But who cares? As long as we understand who is rigging it, and we understand the fundamentals and the evolution of technology, basically. So we're looking at the weekly. I mean, volume is increasing. We can see that maybe here the last week and this, volume has been decreasing, but as long as we are above the purple or the pink Polkadot line, we are looking at Bitcoin now, just in case anybody's worried, on the weekly. Let's just for fun's sakes, let's look at the daily. I mean, on the daily, yeah. Anyway, today we're not gonna do too much technical analysis. Anyway, that's not what we ever do here on this channel. But I think the last 2 days we were looking at the Wyckoff. And I think that things are looking good. I think, when we look, scale out here on BTC, the last 2 weeks, not so much volume, but we're still going up. Remember, I still believe as long as we are above the 7-day moving average on the weekly, things are good. So it's still about, even if we are going to see some retracement, which probably usually they do like to do kissy, remember that, right? So if we are going to see some retracement, it will always go back to the moving average. As long as we don't go below it, because everybody likes a little kiss.
Kissy.
So let me know, and let me see who is here. Who we got? Raymond. Raymond is also, you're becoming a regular. Cryptogog, he's always early. Cryptogog is very early, Vex, my good friend, and of course my soul brother Shahid Hamid, and we got Ron Jeremy, the big porn star from the United States. He thought he should get into crypto on his old days. Dennis here, good to see you. Thomas Klima, and we got Incono French, all the lions, they are here today. And Dennis Van Ryn, how are you doing? That's an old friend who chose to pass by. Good to see you. Pop Smoke, that's a new friend. Johnny Newby is a new friend. And we got Crypto Charlie. Good to see all of you. As you know, we are the littlest channel on the interweb. However, I really do I want all of you, all 18 of you, to congratulate yourself for the fact that you are here. I mean, you really got to congratulate you, because you are going to become among the 1%. That's guaranteed, because we're going to get all the pigeons, all the sheep, right? They're going to come into the crypto market once we're going to hit the previous all-time highs. That's when, when Sister Shelly and Brother Jamal are gonna call you and say, oh, maybe it's not such a bad thing to get into crypto. Hey, I can see we got Crypto Millionaire, good to see you. And we got Carlos Mateos, what's up? And Dennis, good to see you back. I mean, what have you been doing? Let us know. Were you crying here in the crypto winter? And or have you, or you're doing good, or you're just coming back now because the timing is right. As I wanted to say also, I can imagine that some of you, I said that yesterday, and I do want to emphasize that. The best thing that I ever did was that when COVID came, I said, I don't want to talk to no old business partners. I don't want to talk to anybody, actually. Nobody. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I believed in the future of finance. Because I can believe that if you have a wife, if you have a parents, or or children, or whoever, smart children, and you keep telling them that Bitcoin, blockchain, that's the future. Now, if you have somebody on your side nagging and wanting to participate in the finances, I can tell you one thing: that will be the death of you. Because normal people, pigeons, right? They don't understand what we understand. Also, a friend today, he wrote me and said, I gotta be optimistic when I'm in crypto. You see, yeah, you gotta be optimistic, but I disagree. We don't need to hope. We got fundamentals. The fundamentals are here. The future of finance is being built right in front of our eyes, and it's being built on the blockchain. So if your wife, your mother, whoever, or friends tell you stupid, you're going to have the last laugh. Anyway, guys, so let's get in and let's move on to what it is that we have to talk about, right? There's a lot of chitty chatty here. And one second, doing what I want. So in parachains, that's what we. No, it's not. Guys. There has to be some problems here. There we go. Here we are. Latest news. No, we are actually adding 2 new dots. I know some of you always you like you like to hear it right up front, right? So I'm not gonna make it too exciting. So for those of you who only came for the coins, I'm gonna mention it. I would like to do it a little more exciting, but I know a lot of you think I spend too much time on this and that. So we're adding 2 new beautiful dots to our portfolio. Now the first one may not be a surprise. That's Affinity. We bought at 7 mini cent, now 0.075, down 97.6% from its all-time high. Potential of 4,000%. Now, I'm not going to go into what it is. We will do that if you got patience. The second one that we are adding to our beautiful Polkadot portfolio is a plate of spaghetti. Now, I don't know if that's how they pronounce themselves, noodle or noddle, but the second one we are adding is noddle, I guess. Noodle. I would like to call it noodle. And the logo is like a noodle, and we bought that at really mini cent, 0.00 3.9. When I say we bought, I mean, remember when we built positions for Betty. Remember, I own nothing, and I'm pretty happy. But when we do that, it doesn't go in one day. So, but I like to announce it here. Anyway, everything I say and do should not be considered any kind of financial advice, because in the end of the day, I don't know shit about crypto. So when we're looking here at discount 80% nodl, well, that's the most exciting thing. That is actually the most exciting thing. Nodl has a market cap of 10 million. Anyway, so, but now let's move on. For those of you who really want to educate yourself and listen to everything I have to say, we will get into those two new beautiful dots a little bit later. So let's get into Polkadot and Kusama. Yeah, I want to go first. I want to go over for those of you who also joined, because I like to, say when we buy and also when we sell. And because timing the market is the most difficult. And I really have a great success rate. I actually don't know any other YouTube channel that has been able to get in. For example, we did announce it. We made videos. First time we bought Polkadot at $2.49. And we also announced it when we sold. We made 1,389%. So this time around, we re-entered at $6.44, 88% discount. And yeah. Same with Kusama. We announced it when we bought it at 35. We sold at 530, generating Betty, not me. I'm poor as a church mouse. 1,414%. And it's all, you can all go in and see all those videos. They're on the blockchain. No, they're on the YouTube chain. Anyway, so we re-entered Kusama at 35 like we did last time, 35.08, and down 94%. Now, so of course, I mean, you yourself, you have to, go in and look where some of them are a little cheaper now. For example, Kusama is currently at 34, so cheaper. Akala at 0.13, and Akala is currently, I'm just trying to see here. Akala and Karura, there's something, I don't know, there's something I don't like about it these days. They're not, anyway, Akala is at 9 cents, so cheaper, right? And I'm sure Karura, we got in at 20 cents, even though it was 98% from its all-time high. Karura is at 14 cents. I mean, this is really, a lot of potential there. A lot of potential. Let me just have a sip here. I don't like that we're not hearing a lot from Akala and Karura. I gotta be honest, but let's wait and see. Now, one coin that I absolutely love is Centrifuge, right? Also a beautiful dot. And remember, we entered at 27 cents, down 98%, and Centrifuge is currently at 28 cents. I just know. So yeah, more or less the same. All there, the ugly cousin, we got in at 11 mini cent. And all there, also, of course, that's on Kusama. Everything on Kusama obviously has a much, much lower market cap. But but that doesn't mean that they're gonna perform worse. And all there is much cheaper. It's currently at 7. I mean, this. Wow, I just need to. Oh, so what is the percentage for if it's gonna go to its all-time high, which I think is easy doable. Easy doable. Okay, but I don't have all there here. Anyway, you will be able to calculate that a lot of many thousands % if it's gone down. Then we got Parallel Finance is also one we hold there, but this is not our top love coin. Now, if there's a coin that I absolutely have a lot of believe in, well, then it's cross network, decentralized storage. I think it's completely undervalued. We got it at 99.5% from its all-time high, and we got it at 70. Okay, now cross network is a 120, so we already made some returns on that. But then there's also cross shadow, which is again that's on Kusama. And I mean, what we do usually, I buy both on Polkadot and on Kusama, and usually you don't know what is going to perform better. I just want to see. So we got in at 45 millicent. I want to see what is crossed currently. Crossed shadow, right? And crossed shadow is, yeah, it's at 0.0080. So okay, it's around 100%, but it still has, they have market caps that are ridiculously low. Origin Trail, well, there we got in twice, and well, that's I mean that's one of the dots that is already generating real revenue. We got killed, digital identity on the blockchain. I think this really has a lot of potential. Yeah, we got Moonbeam. Let me try to hurry a little bit here. Discounted 98%, potential 5,000. A star, a star here got at 85% discount. I also think a star, they're the ones actually also a top coin like Origin Trail. They're maybe not generating as much, but they're working with some of the global biggest entities from Japan. I think like with Sony, and I think Toyota, and just launched a new project. I mean, very, very good. Then we got Fala. We've been holding for a long time because we participated. I don't know really. Fala would maybe not be my number one choice, but who knows? Yeah, the Winya, and we got in here at 0.0005, but I would also not put that in my top list. And that's about that for the coins. And now we can move on to some of the Polkadot news. And yeah, I think after this I just deserve a quick Parma Mama moment. One-way ticket to the blue. So let me see. Good to see Phil Marshall in the house. Well, first things first. There is actually a very interesting website, and I wanted to share that with you, which is called Sentiment. And there you can go in and you can actually compare in terms of development activity. And believe it or not, Polkadot and Kusama are ranked number 1, right? So let me just I'm gonna share it here in the chat now if you want to go in and have a look at that. Crypto Granny is there. I hope you got some cookies. This is well, that's a long link, so I'll just go in and show you the website then, because I cannot share that link there in the. But it's called Sentiment. So not sentiment, but Sentiment, yeah? And so you can go in there and pretty straightforward. Go in and then you can just go in here and developer activity the last 30 days. And then it's not the quickest site. I mean, that's for sure. Let's put the night mode on. But yeah, and see after a while, and it's pretty cool actually. I think it's pretty cool. So we can see that when it comes to development activity on all blockchains, Polkadot ranked number 1. Right behind it, Kusama. I mean, it's almost a little funny that it's 610.33. I mean, that should not be that it should be that close, right? I hope you can see it. And let me see, should I make it bigger? Yeah, this is good. Oh, we can do it like that. That's great. Yeah, so we can see ranked, and then on a third place, Cardano. Well, they got a lot of things to, a lot of things to do, but then Internet Computer is in a fourth place. Now that's also something we should think about, right? But because we're not nobody really speaks about the Internet Computer, but they're also doing a lot ICP. Anyway, but today it's Polkadot and Kusama. It's nice to see that they are ranked number 1. I think we can all agree on that. So what's been happening here? So also on Polkadot, they got these parachain dispatches and giving some brief updates. I also don't want to go too much into that. I just want to highlight a few things and some of the big things, right? So when we go over here, it's this one here, Parachain. A star network, for example. I mean, this is, you can see here, star and parity team up to propose the VASM, the WASM smart contracts bounty, now approved by the, no, that's not what I wanted to. Yeah, a star partners with Sony Network, right? This is great. And I mean, they're doing, and also here, Star has an event in the Cosmos Metaverse to kick off the Web3 hackathon sponsored by Toyota. And there we got, a Star reveals the third star map discovery, building reliable infrastructure with a mesh. I mean, a Star is really attracting huge traditional companies, I would say. And I would also, what I would like here with cross network, I think it should not be underestimated, because cross network is basically working, is almost like the chosen partner of so many other Polkadot parachains. So yep, and then yeah, that's it. What I wanted to go over there, because I got lots of things there too. So then what I've tried here, the last time the last few times we're trying to summarize the parachain ecosystem within the Polkadot ecosystem. And so we've segregated, or also Polkadot segregated into 4 parts. And today we're actually talking about the 4th part. Now the first, let's say part 1, is DeFi, right? And when it comes to the top DeFi tokens, it's Akala, it's Parallel, it's Clover, it's Centrifuge. You also know which ones I own. I'm just putting in some examples because this is not, I made a video so you can go and watch that. Part 2 is, so first of all, usually when you look at an ecosystem, of course you need the base layer and the technology for that, right? But usually it's the DeFi coins that actually get this financial system going, right? So that's usually the first ones, but I believe that the DeFi hype is over, right? We already know which DeFi coins are going to be the ultimate winners. Then the second part is the system chains and smart contracts and social media. I did not really focus on social media because I know too little about it. But when it comes to the smart contract chains, it's also the ones that you know, Moonbeam, Astar, Fala, and Dawinia. There are more, but I just didn't, we don't have space for that. However, having read and trying really to understand what these smart contract parachains do, basically they are offering other protocols from other ecosystems on other blockchains a bridge where they can then also launch their protocol on the Polkadot or Kusama ecosystem. And if I've understood it correctly now, the difference between Moonbeam and Astar is that Astar, they offer this VASM smart contracts, which basically offers a possibility to program smart contracts in other programming languages than only Solidity, meaning that they get access to a much larger pool of developers. I mean, so I think, from the smart contracts, I mean, I think the Dawinia, they're falling behind, yeah? And they've been around for a long time, even though they want to, be a hub and create bridges. Maybe they will. But there are too many dots to hold them all. So when it comes to the system chains and the smart contract protocols, I personally believe that Moonbeam and Astar, and those are the blue chips, also the infrastructure. Then last time, I remember we were speaking about part 3, which was data, ID, storage, and infrastructure, right? So the main protocols, parachains within this segment is Fala, and then Origin Trail, because that's data, right? Origin Trail is the world's first and also the largest decentralized knowledge graph. And then Oracle, Tiling. I mean, that's one that we really like. I also wanted to point, no, we will get to, no, let me show this. For example, Tiling, yeah? I always like to to show you that we can go into Parachain's info, right? And when you go into Parachain's info, you can go in and then you can look at projects, of course. And then you can go in and then you can look at, for example, who has the most amount of investors. I do think that that's important. And if you go in and look at this, Keiling is actually ranked number 3 when it comes to the amount of investors. And we got a lot of Keiling. I mean, I didn't mention that. I mean, I've talked a lot about Keiling. I hope you know that. Because if Keiling is going to go to his previous all-time high, Betty, she's going to be, I mean, happier than Larry, right? Anyways, I just wanted to, yeah, I also hope that it was a good piece of information, parachains.info. So Keiling Network, which is an Oracle, multi-level Oracle architecture for on and off-chain data streams. Cross-network, of course, that is decentralized storage. And then we have, this was from the third part that we spoke about last time, talking about the ID, decentralized identity on the blockchain. And I believe it is more important than many believe. I really think that it's not sexy, but it is so vital, and it's such a big part of the Web 3.0. And there we have diversified our holdings to that to Litentry, as you know, and we're staking that for a lot on the Litentry parachain and Kilt. Now, currently we're having a larger position in the Litentry, but I'm going to even it out and also get a bigger position in Kilt. Even though Kilt, when it comes to staking, they don't offer. That's a shit show, to be honest. So now I wanted to go into, and this is actually what this stream should be about, but you know, time is running, and that is part 4, and that comes down to sustainability, which we're not going to talk about, Internet of Things, and NFT, gaming, and metaverse, right? So, I mean, it's Polkadot. They're trying to segregate and into these 4 parts. And I also have to be honest. I mean, I don't put in all the dots there because that would, as I said before, that would be too many. So, based on, I'm not going to talk about sustainability because I think, I mean, yeah, it is important. It is so important to go green, right? We all know that. I just don't know if it's so sexy. You know, sustainability initiatives like carbon tokenization, carbon credits, marketplace. No, it is important, but maybe we gotta wait a little. I think we gotta wait a little. That. Anyway, there's a dot called water, right? And Bitgreen, very good. But let's now move on to what the coin or the dot that we added, Internet of Things. It's like a iota, miota. So the Internet of Things technology, and this is Noodle we're talking about. Is connecting the world around and providing a means of monitoring and measuring data that can contribute to industrial efficiency, sustainability initiatives, and much, much more. So with 30 billion devices expected to be connected by 2025. But the current generation centralized infrastructure for Internet of Things systems has several shortcomings that can be addressed with Polkadot's blockchain technology, including security, transparency, efficiency, as well as the need for trust between stakeholders, right? And so it's not the only one in the Polkadot ecosystem model, but I think it is a good one. So it's a decentralized network for Internet of Things that incentivizes users for turning their smartphones into nodes that secure the network and provide connectivity for devices around them in a decentralized wireless network. So this allows smart devices without an internet connection to communicate without the need for additional infrastructure, reducing costs and barrier to entry for connectivity. And Noodle's smart missions allow developers to create use cases on the Noodle parachain, leveraging the network connected smartphones for various functions, services, and applications. Essentially, Web3 apps that can connect to devices in the real world. And here we go. This is actually what I wanted to highlight. Noodle is one of the most highly adopted Internet of Things projects in Web3, having already connected millions of devices and processed millions of transactions across 100 plus countries. So, I mean, and then when you go, we will go and have a look at, we're going to look at the price here. We got it. Let's look at it here. I mean, it's the price is 0.039, and it's not so much down from its all-time high, but it's simply because it hasn't been, it hasn't been listed for that long. So here the numbers doesn't really. I mean, I think it can go a lot higher than its previous all-time high due to its short listing time. They don't. I did, so we can see, what is it here? We got market cap of, well, it has a market cap of 10 million. I also went in and I looked at it myself. So how can you do that? Anyway, so you go to the website, right? And in case we usually go to coin market cap, and then you go up here, and then you can, I know you can do that. I'm sorry, this is a little confusing. So anyway, so here's the Noodle website, and they also have their Explorer, just for example. So you can open that, and then you can go in, and then you can check yourself. For example, you can see that this is the current price that you have there, and then you can see the amount of tokens in, we got that here, in circulation, and that is here we go. So the circulating current supply is 2.6 billion. Now that sounds like a lot, but when you then actually multiply that by the amount of tokens, you get to 10 million market cap. So that's at least the way it should be here. I cannot make it smaller. Okay, anyway, so you can go there and see that. So I did verify that. Now, yeah, I'm a little. Anyway, so that's. I always get stressed out. I know you should not do that when you're streaming live, but I always get stressed out when things they don't work the way that they should. So we are going to make a video on that, and otherwise it will take too long here. Anyway, so Internet of Things, connecting your smartphone and using it as a node where you can actually monetize and you can earn by connecting it. I don't know if that's what we're going to try. I simply believe it's a little bit of, I would say a little bit more of a risky small cap token, right? It's not like if you buy Moonbeam or Star, one of the big boys, but I think, with 10 million and already having having a track record of working, or implemented it. I'm sorry, guys. So the next one is Affinity, and with Affinity it's a little, I would say, a little simpler, and the reason being is that we have here Affinity, and Affinity won the 6th auction, and it is basically it is the ugly cousin or in the family of Engine, right? And Engine is a very successful protocol already. So it's a next generation blockchain for NFTs designed to serve as the infrastructure of the decentralized metaverse, purpose-built to remove the barriers to entry to NFTs and decentralized gaming. Simplifies the user experience and economics. But you can go in and there are lots of things. There are 100+ brand partners currently building on the platform, and the new Engine Wallet 2.0 furthers Affinity's project reach by enabling multiple addresses, better minted payable NFTs on Affinity, representing virtual assets payable in multiple games. Basically, there are a lot of protocols already that have, let's say, breached out or into the Polkadot ecosystem, right? For example, Compound, they're supporting Akala and Karura, right? And Aave are basically supporting Centrifuge and Altair. And here we can see that Engine is basically behind Affinity. Now, when it comes to the price of Affinity and market cap, they are bigger, obviously bigger than Noodle, but it's also not really worth comparing. I gotta go on this here. You can see it better. I'm sorry, guys. It's just I wanted to make another screen, but that doesn't really work. That doesn't really work. So let's go in here and have a look at it. I think that's going to be... So here we can see it has a market cap of 47 million. Bigger than Noodle, but still very, very low if you were to compare it to Engine or the potential. And here we can also see that it has a longer history, and the potential, if it's going to hit its all-time high, is not bad, right? 4,000% in case it's gonna go back to its all-time high. Guys, I can see we're already getting out of time, and I need to make... I will make videos on both in order to clarify better what this is supposed to be. That's it for today. You know, when things don't run my way, well, then we better cut it short. Anyway, I did share with you what I had to share. There's a lot of research, and currently I find it more difficult than when we were back in, 15, 16, and there you could basically... It was easier to identify the protocols that would go to the moon. Also, prior to the last cycle, also quite easy to identify which ones, especially in the end when we had all those meme shitcoins. Now it is, I really truly believe it is about identifying the true potential market leaders of tomorrow. Anyway, the market caps is so low on these. There are so many other dots, but these are the ones that we are focusing on. I've been on the Noodle network for about a year. I'm happy to see they're now on exchanges. Wow, wow, well, you never shared that. See, it's something new, so that's good to hear. Yeah, and that's another thing. Where can you get them? That's maybe something that we should point out. Have a look here. Simply too much information here today. So Affinity you can get on KuCoin, BitHump, Uniswap, OKX, Huobi, Gate, CoinList, Polynex, BitGet. You can see Crypto.com on so many exchanges. I mean, hallelujah. That also means that, of course, on the more exchanges you are listed, the bigger the confidence, right? Now, if you go in and look at Noodle, it's not that many. But what I always like to see is that it's on Kraken. And from my point of view, Kraken is the #1 safest exchange in the world. Kraken, they don't fool around. And Kraken would not have them listed if they didn't believe. So Kraken and Gate.io, Huobi, and Mix. I am sure that this dot is gonna see many more listings, just like we've seen Affinity. And by increasing the amount of listed on exchanges, obviously that usually is also going to increase in price. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Some days you just have a good day, and sometimes you don't have the best day, but that's what it is when it's live. Anyway, guys, I love you, and let me know, like, for example, shame on you, Murky McDella, you should have told us about that Noodle a long time ago. No, anyway, but thank you for at least sharing. And what do you say, #2 and best? I hold Moonbeam only at the moment. I think, well, yeah, it all depends if you can diversify or not, right? But I would believe in the Polkadot ecosystem. I remember Ivan on Tech, who I really, really respect. He was not so optimistic on the Polkadot ecosystem, but I believe, or at least maybe on Kusama ecosystem, but I believe they both have a lot of potential. The enterprise blockchain for the future. Anyway, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Take care. And remember, there should never be any plan B. Stick to